Welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video with Blazing Corp. We are going to be finishing up the Fire Knight stage 25 next. Alright, so here we are, stage 25, Fire Knight's Castle. We don't have an OP team here, free to play. Still of the Drakes. We've got free to play if you were able to get him during the fusion. There Astralon, Countess Licks, also during an event there. So, you know, if you saved your stuff, definitely free to play. And then these are just lucky pulls and building them up. Now, Allure is in no way super strong. We're pulling her through here. But let's take a look at the champions. Alright, so we have Astralon here. Here's his gear set. He's going Savage there. You know, this is more of a mid-game build there. If I had him end-game build, which, you know, I'm not end-game yet, even though I'm doing end-game content. I'm just thinking through the game. Here, 32,000 health points, 3,700 attack. I do wish I was up in the 4,500 for an end game build. Their defense, you know, I would love that to be in like 2,300 range there if I could. But for right now, it's at 15, 196. 106 crit rate, 163 crit damage, 67 resistance, 221 accuracy. I do want him hitting his defense down. That's who we're going to be mainly using for defense down because he's very accurate at putting it on there because he hits multiple times on his A1. Then we have Still the Drakes, my favorite champion there, along with Iron Brago and OG Bad Alcazar. So you can see here what she's kind of rocking there. We still have, I guess we got to build this out into 16 here, so we'll do that here later on. And we've got 47,000 hit points. 1,300 attack, which is useless. 3,400 defense. 204 speed. 108 crit rate. 114 crit damage, 227 resistance, 197 accuracy. Now, obviously, you know, she's actually pretty well built there. I think she would be okay for a lot of endgame. Well, she's kind of good everywhere there, so I can't really say she's built badly. There are things you could build on, obviously defense there, and then resistance and accuracy. Alright, next up here, Allure. Now she's doesn't have the best gear. She does have some 6-star gear on here, but she's not even fully set up there at all. And her stats are not the greatest. So 26,000, 1,800 attack, 1,200 defense, 205. So she's pretty fast. I wish she was a little bit faster, but nothing we can do there right now with the gear she has. Or with the gear I currently have to put on her, I should say. 92 crit rate. Actually, wish I was 100. And then 94 crit damage. 140 resistance, 190 accuracy. So do wish that was up around that like 250 to 300 mark. But beggars can't be choosers right now. She's not fully, you know, 60 out with that final ascension, so
beggars can't be choosers. Bon appetit. Yeah,
all right, and wait, who do we got here? So we did those two, we did her. Where is, ooh, I don't think Deacon, I don't think I actually have him out, so we're gonna look for him. Here he is. I'm trying to remember who the last person is that I have in this team. We're gonna double check that here. Did I just pass him? Where is he? There he is. Alright, so this is what we have. Broken set. Stud gear. Looks like, yeah, it looks like everything's 16 here, so that's good. doesn't look like an end game build. Yeah, it's not an end game build. So 42,000 hit points, 1600 attack, 2500 defense, 190 speed. They're 80 crit rate, 74 crit damage, 109 resistance, 272 accuracy. There, so yeah, he's pretty nice. There, I like him having the stun. There, you're gonna see during this run that he's gonna lock up all kinds of people along him. Astralon, there's a lot of stuns on my team, and you know that helps kind of as a mid gamer run through this content without like getting killed.
Don't be afraid to ride the lightning.
No! In the face! In the face! No!
Myself and being able to kind of drag a lore to the end. Here we finally got a cold heart. She's not kitted out yet. There don't have masteries on her, but finally pulled a cold heart. I was so happy.
You know, just really happy. Thank you, Jesus!
We're gonna get her geared up, and then Fire Knight there, essentially 25, which is about 10-12 minutes right now, is gonna be way faster because we're gonna be able to burn a lot quicker. There, we're gonna make her really quick. We don't have the gear for her yet, but we will get it, and we'll be rocking and rolling. Alright, so we looked at 4 people. I'm trying to remember who the last person on this team is. Countess Lix here. So let's, Countess Lix is in here, and I don't think she's actually here. So let's pop her out of the vault here. Alright, so Countess Lix, all perception gear. We can obviously get this piece up here to 16. Let's look at her stats. So 35,000 hit points, 24 attack, or 2400 attack, 2300 defense, 205 speed. So she's faster than Astralon there because we need her clearing off the debuffs if there are any that go on to him there, because she has that passive. 103 crit rate, we need that there, and the high accuracy. 124 crit damage, 101 resistance, and 348 there. She's going to be our second debuffer, so she's putting weaken consistently because she's going 4 times for every time Astralon goes once. Actually, for every 2 hits Astralon, she hits 4 times. So she has Giant Slayer on. Her secondary ability, her A2, there's a 3-hitter with speed down as well as their turn meter reduction. So she's getting a lot. She has a lot of utility if you build her right. Alright, so yeah, we've kind of seen everybody here. Let's go in and see how this goes. Alright, so basically the thought behind this particular setup is what you're seeing right now. Leeches, defense down, there, lots of decreased turn meter. You're going to have speed down, just basically tying them up. Their sleeps, kind of everything you can think of. Everyone in this team has multiple roles to play, whether it's gear they have on for stuns, whether it's stun in their kit, whether it's speed down, decreased defense, or even weaken. Everyone with every move is accomplishing something to tie up the guys in this level so that they can't take a turn, or their turns are minimized quite a bit there. Now, admittedly, for a mid game here, you do have to think the game quite a bit more here to make sure that you can get through this content without having to, you know, compromise yourself there, or, you know, keep pulling shards to get like a seer or something like that there. Right, so definitely a nice way, very good team composition, and then, you know, I don't have to compromise myself because they're all multiple hitters there, so when they do get to the end, they're going to be able to take that shield down pretty effectively. They're all very fast, so we don't really, hopefully we don't have to worry there about the shield going down or the Fire Knight being able to take a turn. But just in case something does go off the rails, we do have 2 revivers on this team. One, an Astralon does it by killing someone with his A2 there, and his A2 hits like a truck. And so the Drakes can just pick people up there. So that's why I was so excited to get her at my 6-month mark. I had literally had, you know, all the potions ready, all the books ready. There, I'd kind of been hoarding books for like a month and a half there, so I could max her out immediately, try to get the best end game build I could put on her there, because she pretty much is in almost all of my teams now there. So like her and her, Battle, and Iron Brago are very, very good for my account there. Now, a few things, like few people I guess you could put in instead, like as I said, Cold Heart could definitely come in here in place of either, yeah, I would say either Deacon Armstrong there or Countess Lix there. I just kind of like how this team's built out there, but you know, having Cold Heart there with her Heartseeker and then her 4-hit A1, never a bad thing there on that end. Now, probably would have to have a slightly different team composition there. Actually, in that setup, I might actually not bring in still the Drakes. I might try it that way there. So have like pretty much 3 people who do turn meter, her, Cold Heart, Deacon, Allure, and Countess Lix there. So tons of turn meter control there. So pretty much it'd lock up pretty much any team there, and probably would put something like, try to put something where she's putting people to sleep or something like that there on a Cold Heart. I don't know exactly the type of gear I'd put on her, but could be Savage, could be Stun, could be kind of anything. I'd probably try a few different gear sets on her just to see which way to go. But yeah, you can see here we're never really, you know, even like pretty much because they all have utility, they all have stuns or something in which they can control the ads there. Even if we didn't have all our abilities when we rolled into the second wave there, we are still able to lock these guys up there. So lots of sleep, stuns, man, like they've got tons of debuffs on them right now. So definitely a nice way to go. But yeah, they're constantly getting wrecked there, and that's why I've sacrificed a little bit of attack there, and you know, a little bit of crit damage there for the CC there, because that CC works a lot better with these guys with massive amounts of health there, and in these higher level end game dungeons, there is massive amounts of health on these ads here, as you can see. Yeah, my guess, just from looking at the numbers that are flying on the screen, is these guys probably each have 110 to 150 hit points, 50,000 hit points. I wouldn't put it past them to have that level of health there. Because yeah, we are hitting them pretty consistently with a lot of damage, so it does look like they have quite a bit of health. Now it's a good thing that, like, you know, they don't have any like exceptional gear or anything like that on them, because that would definitely hurt there if they could do have more utility. Now, this is a slow comp, so this is like one of those comps, especially during, you know, any kind of fusions or anything like that, that I'll just leave overnight. There, I don't really want to sit in front of the screen and watch this particular comp here. But from what the testing I've done with these guys, it seems to be a 100% comp. There, we don't really seem to have any trouble on the waves anymore. There, and don't seem to have any trouble on the Fire Knight himself there. Now, the Forest Fire Knight, so stage 24 there, I had to manual that whole thing because that was a nightmare there to do that particular level. Couldn't do that on auto, but manualed it, and then probably never ever going to play that stage again. So that was a one and done. There, I'm probably not even going to put out a video on it there, unless you guys want to see. You guys let me know in the comments if you guys want to see that video there, and I'll do it. I'll do that level one more time. But yeah, I think that was like a 40-minute kind of run there. It was not fun there at all. So we're kind of rolling around to the end here. It is taking quite a little bit, but as I said, this is not a team where you're going to sit. It's not a speed team, that's for sure. We're mid-gamers here. I'm a mid-gamer. I'm not an end-gamer yet here. I might run end-game content, but I am not end-game. I just do not have the gear for it. So, you know, we're going to slowly build out our teams. Everyone's slowly going to get better. You know, we're completing all the fusions because the fusion champs are free legendary champions there. So, you know, instead of getting my champions through, you know, lots of shard pulls there, it's all about finishing in-game content there. That's how we got Brogni. Brogni is amazing there. Watch, go back, look at my videos on him. He is great everywhere. I did try him here in Fire Knight, and the one thing that didn't really make too much sense there was that you know, he couldn't reflect the damage and do hits to the shield in this level, and I don't really want to have to get hit, so that's why he doesn't make sense here. But I guess if you didn't have the characters, you could bring him in here just to provide the shields and stuff like that if you built him right with a lot of HP here. But now that the shield is down here, this should actually still take quite a while to finish there because he's got a ridiculous amount of health. And we don't have any enemy max HP guys in here, so that's always fun. But yeah, that's why we're going to build out Cold Heart so we can run her in here and kind of smash these guys, and so we can run her in Spider as well. There, I don't think I'll be, yeah, I want to get her for Spider, and then probably in a month or two, I think it's going to take me 2 months, maybe a month and a half to get Akoth the Seared there, who I'll use in Spider as well. See, he's got a 100% move AoE there for HP burn. So I am looking forward to using him once I get him in a pretty, I don't know what kind of team I'll put around him, but well, we shall see there. But yeah, I think that's the only way I'll be able to beat the higher level Spider content there. Like 20 was hard enough, but yeah, getting higher is going to be quite difficult. Alright, so the slow burn continues here. You know, some of the cool things to look for are actually not Syl, but Countess Licks, like when she does her A2, each one of those getting the Giant Slayer proc. I've seen that a few times happen. There, she actually does pretty well with Giant Slayer. There, it procs quite a bit more there than War Master. There, so I quite like that particular ability, and then the fact that she does her A1 with, so you see there, just procced one of the three. I've seen it proc like 2 of the 3 quite a bit, and sometimes 3 of the 3, so you know that's a lot of damage there. But yeah, having her go every time Astralon goes with his A1 is kind of neat. So she does get quite a bit of opportunities there to proc her Giant Slayer ability. Yeah, I really like the team of Countess Licks and Astralon. It's a pretty neat team, and it's kind of free damage there because she kind of moves every time that Astralon does, so never a bad thing there. Yeah, I definitely like champions who hit when other champions hit there, and like who go when then the other champions go, so like ally attack and different and things like that. There are even team up attacks there, and I do like when you get extra turns there, like Deacon does. So he gets an extra turn for doing his turn meter move there, so time compression I think it's called there, and then he gets to go again. So you know he can cycle through his abilities, especially if he has high speed, very fast. There, so kind of makes this particular level quite easy, especially with their allure. But yeah, this is quite a long video. Thank you guys for staying as long as you have. Here you kind of get the gist of it here on that end of how to kind of build this team out. Lots of turn meter there. If you have people who can do turn meter control on A1 or who are very fast and can you know, roll back into their abilities quickly, then that's a good thing. Our MVPs, Astralon, Countess Licks, for tying everybody up there during the wave so that Alora can do her job at the end, boss Fire Knight there. So thank you very much, MVPs. You guys have a fantastic day. This is a crap set of boots, so we're going to sell that. We will see you next time. Let's chat then.